So what is going on, people, and welcome to a brand new series here on the JamoPlays channel. If you are looking forward to this new series, make sure you pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. And well, as you can see, we are here on FIFA 23. I did allude at the end of the last Football Manager episode that new content was coming and it was going to be a FIFA series, and well, here we are. It's going to be a career mode, but it's not going to be with Barnsley. We'll chat maybe in another video about what happened with the last Barnsley video. I've been meaning to do sort of like an update video over Christmas time. Haven't had too much time, so I want to get this started, then maybe down the line we can talk about some things. But we are here for a career mode, so without any further ado, let's get stuck in straight away. Well, I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Or if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a wonderful period. Hopefully you get to see some friends and family, and yeah, it was a lovely time had by all. But now we are into 2023. That feels weird given I'm recording this still in 2022, but still, here we go. So we're not going to play as a real manager. We are going to create our own manager. So let me just do this. Let me just skip ahead and do this. Right, so manager done. I feel like that's the closest we're probably going to get to me. Not too bad a resemblance, I must say. Going for the sweater and the tracksuit pants. Going for running shoes rather than boat shoes as well, which is a different look for me. We are going to be an authentic club. We are not going to create a club for this series. Now, which club are we going to be? We've started the last 2 years in the Championship. We are not going to do so this time around. We are instead going to start in League One. And who do we have in League One? It is Barnsley. But unfortunately this time we are not going to be Barnsley, despite the fact they are going to be in this division. No, we're going to go for someone a little bit different, but someone who I think would be quite an interesting save. There's some good saves in here. Sheffield Wednesday, Portsmouth as well. Wickham have been flirting with the Championship for the last few seasons. Bolton as well in there. Charlton, a bit of a fallen giant. Derby County, of course. That would probably be quite an interesting save. Ipswich there as well. But in fact, we are going to be... Oh, not Oxford, though. Peterborough United is who we are going to be for this save. Someone a little bit different, but someone I think we can get fairly early success with in terms of getting out of this division. And then hopefully, you know, they've not fared too well in the Championship over past seasons. So we're going to try and get them to stay in the Championship and obviously hopefully go further. But yeah, Peterborough United is the team we are going to be. So let's just sort out the stadium. Now, I've done a little bit of research into this. The stadium that, I know it as London Road. I'm sure it's called something now different with sponsors and stuff. Is about 15,000 capacity. Yeah, it is about 15,000 capacity, London Road. But this is like the closest. This is like the closest we are going to get to that, and it's actually the stadium we've played with Barnsley for the last couple of seasons as well. It's about 19,000 capacity, but it's the most realistic looking stadium, closest to the attendance that they have. So this is the stadium we're going to go with. Obviously, have the blue seats for the blue of Peterborough. Now, what am I pitch-wise am I going to go for? I'm going to go for large horizontal. I think that's my favourite pitch style. In terms of pitch colour, we'll go olive green. We're not going to go pristine. I think in League One you're going to get a very pristine pitch. And in terms of the net colour, what shall we go for this time? I think we're just going to go for an all blue net. Something a little bit. I normally have like a colour and white, but we're going to go for just all blue, rectangle and square, of course, because I'm not a weirdo. I have normal nets. Right, I think that is about it. Advance. So we are going to start this one on world class. This career mode, obviously, we've been playing on Ultimate and Legendary. FIFA 23, I'm not the best at. I haven't played too much of it. So we'll start on world class. We might have to move it up a little bit sooner rather than later. But we'll see how we go. 4 minutes and a half we will do in sterling. The competitions are enabled. Should we check the groups? Yeah, they're the groups, weren't they? That's all well and good. Transfer window enabled. International job offers disabled. Negotiation strictness strict. And disable a financial takeover. So here we go then. Peterborough United is who we start this year's journey with. And yeah, I'm now that I've got some, well, I haven't got any time realistically, any more time than I normally would. Working over the Christmas holidays, haven't got any time off, but my New Year's resolution is to get back into making regular content because it's something that I enjoy. I spoke about it at the end of the last episode. I enjoy making content, and it gives me, almost feels like it gives me a purpose, something to do, and I've been meaning to get back to it for a while, but I'm really going to stick to it. Here we see me being unveiled as the new Peterborough United manager. Oh, Malaga. Oh, teams of years gone by. Well, 3.5 star, all of them. And that one has got the most prize money, so we'll go for that one then. But yeah, so hopefully, saying that, there will be regular content on the channel. Also looking to get back into Twitch this year as well. Speaking of, going to be casting or helping cast the FM Winter Cup coming in a couple of weeks. So on Twitch, make sure you keep an eye out for that one. But here we are. We are into the save. The layout, of course, looks a bit different this year in terms of all the screens. So I'm going to go and do my usual admin, find out what the squad's like, who's in the squad, find out who I want to keep, who maybe I want to get rid of, and then we'll go from there. So all the admin work has been done. It's taken me quite a while, to be fair, but I've got my trusty old spreadsheet with me. I've filled it out, and yeah, I've sorted out the squad. I will take you through it. So if we go into the squad hub then, our best goalkeeper's out on loan. Not a great start. I've done trial runs of this, just sort of testing of this save. And Bergstrom's rating has gone up quite a bit recently. He used to be in the 50s, but now is 62, still quite low. And our backup keeper, our next best one, is Harvey Cartwright, who's 56 rated. So I think I know where I'm probably going to be strengthening first. I would recall Christy Pym. Again, not that much better than Bergstrom, and Bergstrom's much younger, so he's got that better potential to grow. We'll have to wait and see. Harrison Burrows is going to be my starting left back. Joe Tomlinson is going to be my backup left back. The default formation, by the way, is 4-3-3. I've checked in with Peterborough's sort of recent fixtures. They seem to have been playing a range of formations recently. But going back a bit further, 4-3-3 seems to be the most consistent formation that they've played. So that's what I'm going to play with on here. So yeah, Tomlinson is going to be our backup left back. Dan Butler is listed as a left back, but he is actually going to be our fourth choice centre back. Just allow the youngsters Burrows and Tomlinson to flourish, really. Josh Knight, centre back or centre mid, actually going to convert him to be a CDM, and he's going to be our starting CDM. So yeah, really like the look of this guy. Good protection as well, I think, in front of that back two. Midfield of Peterborough is very strong. But I just thought, this guy, my first choice central midfielders, I want them to be able to push on, didn't want to limit them. And I thought Knight would be quite that good sort of intermediary between the two. Ronnie Edwards is going to be our number one starting centre back. Lots of potential with this guy. Hopefully he'll do really well in this save. I know a bit of a wonder kid on FM. But yeah, he's going to be our starting centre back. Kellen Watts is going to be our third choice centre-back on loan from Newcastle. Frankie Kent is going to partner Edwards in the starting lineup at centre-half. Emmanuel Fernandez is a youngster that we are going to get rid of at 20 years old, 53 rated, not good enough, I'm afraid. Nathan Thompson is listed as centre-back, but, well, can play right-back. That's where he's going to start for us. Contract expires in 12 months, but if you look at his development plan, the likeliness is his stats are probably going to go down sooner rather than later. So yeah, maybe a case of not making him not renew his contract, but we'll wait and see. Joe Ward, I wasn't really sure what to do with Joe Ward, but then I realised Nathan Thompson's our only real right back, and even then he's apparently a centre-back. So we're going to come, although he's listed as a right wing-back, quite good going forward, Joe Ward, but he is going to be our backup right-back for now. Joe Randall is going to be a winger for us. I think going to be a backup winger for us. I've got my eye on a couple of other players ahead of him. But yeah, 64 rated, still fairly young, so he'll happily do as a backup for now. Yando Fuchs, I'm going to get that name horribly wrong at some points this series. He's going to be one of our starting central midfielders, 68 rated, alongside this guy, Jack Taylor, another 68 rated player. I think Fuchs be more sort of, although Knight's there kind of to be the ball winner, Fuchs more like your sort of box to box player. I feel like Taylor going to be more sort of that playmaker. His legs are ridiculously skinny as well. But there you go. So yeah, really good central midfield. Ollie Norburn is going to be our backup CDM. Again, getting up there in age, he's comfortable playing that. I just think there's probably better options going forward, so I'm more happy for him to sit back. But yeah, like Ollie Norburn, decent player. So yeah, he's just going to be our backup centre defensive midfielder. Ben Thompson is going to be our third choice central midfielder. Again, I think on the previous iterations of this, before updates came in, he was able to play on the right hand side. Now it looks like that option is gone. But he's not that pacey, so playing him out on the wing wouldn't really be that sensible. So yeah, we're gonna have him as a backup. Cipriano just about makes it into the squad. He is going to be a backup midfielder. Only 21, but 61 rating. So like to see some improvement quickly from him if he sustain a place in this squad. Kwame Poku is going to be one of our starting wingers. Probably going to start on the left-hand side, even though he is left-footed. Kind of like those wingers cutting in. But that's kind of to make way for this man, actually. David Ajiboye, again, wasn't too sure what to do with him, but he is rapid. So, you know, decent rating as well. Still only young at 23. It seems silly not to use him. We don't have an abundance of wide players, so... yeah, he's going to be our starter on the right hand side, Poku on the left. I may well swap them around to get them cutting in, but for now that's how we're going to start at least. Ricky J. Jones, bit of a wonder kid, of years gone by, absolutely rapid on this game. He is going to be one of our backup wingers for now. Of course, normally you play him through the middle. I think in recent years has been converted maybe to a little bit of a winger, but definitely someone we're going to hold on to and have high hopes for. Now this guy was sat in my youth academy, 72 rated Joseph Garner. I mean, let's see it as a Christmas present, shall we? Did not expect that. I didn't. Maybe because this is my first career mode, it gives you like one of those future star players. 17 years old, 72 rated, is going to start for us. But you'll have to let me know what you think. I'm open to... It's kind of... It feels like cheating a little bit in a way, but also he's there, so it'd be stupid not to use him. Kind of like... who was the guy we had from Peru in the first Barnsley save? I can't remember his name, but you long-time viewers may well know who I'm on about. He's there, so I'm going to use him. But if we think it's a bit cheating, we'll sell him. That's absolutely fine. Or let's just enjoy the journey with Joseph Garner. That means then that Johnson Clark-Harris was going to be my starting striker, but I'm going to go with Garner. He's rapid, and, well, I say rapid, he's fairly rapid. I think he's got like 70-something pace. So not bad for this level. He's got good shooting as well. But I just want to see what he's like, so he's going to be my starter. If he doesn't cut the mustard, then Johnson Clark-Harris definitely a suitable deputy. He was going to be my starting striker and my captain, but now he's slipped down the pecking order to back up. And then there's a lot of forward players. Joe Traylor, 19-year-old Welshman, is on the transfer list, just too low at that age. Kai Corbett maybe has a chance. I was going to keep one of the two of them. I feel like Corbett has got more of a chance, so we're going to try and loan him out and get him some football. Ephraim Mason-Clark, 22 years old, 61. I tried to get him a place in the squad, I really did, but I just couldn't see anywhere really for him to fit, so... Unfortunately, he was actually... I think he was going to fit. Maybe... Oh, no. I'm talking crap. Yeah. Unfortunately, no place for Mason Clark. So, yeah, he's going to be sold. And Jack Marriott, well, he was going to be my backup striker for Clark Harris, but now we've got Garner. I don't need him, but I don't want to sell him because he is a good player. Plus, also, if we sell Garner, we're going to need a backup. So Marriott's going to try and get him out on loan, just to keep him playing, maybe get some improvement out of him. But yeah, we're going to keep hold of Jack Marriott. I like Jack Marriott. I think he's a good striker. So we'll see how the Garner experiment goes. But he's too good a player, I think, for me to just let go like altogether. So yeah, that's our squad. 22-man squad. We've got 5 players on the transfer list, 2 on the loan list. Marriott, of course, will wait to be seen. But yeah, I think in terms of what I was saying about transfer plans, I think goalkeeper or goalkeepers would make a lot of sense. If we have a look at the youth academy, I let one guy go. These are the others that we've got. Some really good potential, especially this guy, Cristobal Guerra, Ecuador, 17-year-old. Converting him to a right winger, just because his best stats, he's pacey, it's like good, agile, got good balance, good stamina. So to me, that screams sort of like he's got a decent curve and short pass as well. So that screams to me more of a forward player. The fact he's that quick, and he's got good stamina. So I'm converting him to a right winger, see if he'll bump up his rating. Deli Amos. Again, much lower potential, but this guy, very good pace and acceleration, and, well, not too much else going for him. Agile again, not bad jumping, so I just thought if he's got that pace and he can jump a little bit, you know, agile, then he's probably better off being a striker, so we're going to convert him to see how he does. And then Philip Fisher, already a striker, his sort of best attributes suit that really, again, fairly quick, agile, can jump. And his technicals are a bit to be desired. So we'll kind of see how these guys go. He's got 5-star weak foot as well, actually, Philip Fisher. But I can't see too much of them. But you never know. We kind of lucked out, really, with Joseph Garner. So, yeah, that's what we're going to look for, I think, to start with. Goalkeeper or goalkeepers, maybe. We've got 2 scouts. So we're only just going to scout England to start with. And then we did have a youth scout, but he was crap. So I'm probably going to have to get one of those guys in as well. If we have a look at the calendar then, I like what they've done with pre-season this year. Oh my goodness. Look at that first game. If you couldn't write it, could you? Barnsley at home. I like what they've done with pre-season, as in they've pushed it much closer to the start of the season. Makes a lot more sense. So we've got Vitesse, Lugo and RKC Valvik, I think it's maybe how it's said, Dutch side. So I've got a lot of training to do now, which is great. I know they've introduced cutscenes for when players come and go. So when there's the likeliness of a transfer happening, then I'll show you those. Other than that, it's kind of as you would expect, really. So yeah, lots of training to do, friendlies to get to. If there's transfer news, obviously I'll show you. But yeah, we're just going to be working our way towards that Barnsley game. I just realised that I introduced the save and didn't actually have a look at the objectives that we've got. So let's have a look at this now then. So youth development is a medium priority. So I'm 4 players in youth academy assigned to each of the following positions: keeper, defender, midfielder, forward. Okay, well that should be fairly simple to do hopefully once we get a youth scout in and start getting some scout reports, not a problem. Run exposure, get 12 wins in home league matches, so they want us to win, what? Essentially half of our games at home we need to win, which should be fairly straightforward, I imagine. Financial, within the same season, sign 1 crucial player and make a profit of 2.6 million. Interesting, so yeah, that would be interesting to see. I guess the only way really is if we would sell Ghana. I guess we would achieve that. Continental success is obviously very low. Domestic success is critical. They want us to win League One, and that is my aim. I think we probably are the best team in League One, on paper at least. So that is definitely my aim. Reach the round of 16 as well in the FA Cup. I've only played 1 day and then it occurred to me, so nothing to bring you at the moment. And yeah, bring you any updates as always. And well, already our first piece of business, and what a surprise. Club on Foot, of all teams, have come in with a bid for Joseph Garner, valued at £5 million. Director reckons we could get up to £9 million for him. No, I'm sorry. A player of this special talent, I'm wanting at least £10 million. So I'm just going to straight up decline it. But quite interesting to see that he's already attracting bids, even wearing the captain's armband. We'll see how it goes in pre-season. Right, a couple more pieces of transfer business then. We had an offer for Nathan Thompson from Alanya Sport, 750k or 740k. Also a loan to buy option for Jack Marriott from Ghent, interestingly. Now we'll deal with the Thompson offer first. He is declining, but they won't be able to offer us much more. They've offered us above market value, but again, kind of important the fact that we only really got him and Ward to play it right back as well. I'm going to say no to that one for now. However, Jack Marriott, I think this glitch is still in the game, so happy to let him go out on loan. Don't really want them to buy, so going to delegate just as a loan with a 1 year. See what they say, and yeah, it looks like Jack Marriott could well be on his way to play. Again, it would be a decent level for him to play at as well. Transfer news then. Ghent have accepted the proposal of a 1 year loan, so we will happily take that. Will Blackmore, Shamrock Rovers have come in with a bid. It's the max that they could, the director reckons they could offer. I'm happy to just accept that. So looks like we're going to get our first transfers out of the club at least. Will on a permanent, Blackmore on a permanent deal, Marriott on a loan deal. We have started to identify some keepers as well. That is the area we are looking at. I'm not too sure. I might sort of keep Bergstrom as backup and just have a good first choice. Yet to make my mind up on that. But yeah, we have started to identify keepers, so getting some scout reports in, and hopefully we'll have some action soon. But I'm going to keep this rolling now, just in case the cutscene comes up for one of these guys leaving. So another offer has come in then, this time for Kai Corbett, a loan to buy again from SV Meppen. I think they're German, I'm going to say. But again, we'll delegate that 1 year loan deal and see if Kai can't go out and get some first team football. And here we go, the first cutscene here is Jack Marriott. He looks devastated, bless him. But yeah, the new cutscene, I'm assuming that's the assistant manager, maybe. So later, Jack, have a good season in Belgium. He does not look happy. Looking very professional, leaving in his suit though, I have to say. But that is confirmed. Marriott has gone to Ghent for a season-long loan. Hopefully, he'll do alright there. But yeah, we got good cover there as well. Like we said, Garner starting there, Clark Harris a backup. Jones can play there if we need him to as well. So yeah, happy with that. Oh, and Will Blackmore's gone as well. That one's been confirmed, although we didn't see Will leaving. Right, we are ready then for our first pre-season game at the Johan Cruyff Arena. Us versus Vitesse Arnhem. And do I recognise any players? Maybe. But that's by the by. Let's see how we get on in our first pre-season friendly. If we quick sim, 3-2 defeats at Vitesse. Ajiboye and Garn on the score sheet for us. But they did go 1-0 to the game in the first minute. We brought it back. And then they took it to a 3-1 win. But Vitesse, an Eredivisie side, so it was always going to be a tough test. But, we did fairly well, I think it's fair to say. In other transfer news, Meppen agreed to a 1 year loan deal for Corbett. Other than that, there's nothing happening, so we expect him to leave any day now. Right, you join me just as Corbett is leaving for his loan spell, but the reason we're back, we've got our second pre-season friendly against Lugo to look forward to. We are getting closer though to signing some new keepers. Has my webcam all of a sudden just gone? Looks like, is that better? It's not going to stay. Right, fine. There we go. Corbett's gone 1 year to Meppen. I'm guessing Eredivisie, Bundesliga 3. Yeah, I can speak German. I can't. I know numbers. That's about it. Lots of inbox messages. Ren signed Christian Gernter. Right, I'm going to see if these are scout reports. I'm not going to let you get your beady eyes on them yet. And Betis have accepted a bid for Lazio for Alex Moreno. Lovely. Right, it was more scout reports, but no peeking just yet. Right, we have got Lugo in this second match. Are we going to keep the same team? It looks like we're just about. Burrows is on the verge, but that's fine. We'll play a full range strength team. Lugo, I believe, in the second Spanish division. So let's have a look. Can we get the better of them? We draw 1-1. Garner on the score sheet again and had a goal disallowed, I believe. I don't know whether... I can never remember whether that symbol was goal disallowed or Mr. Penn. But either way, 1-1. Not too bad. They probably had slightly the better of the game. Maybe not, but fairly even. Not too bad. I'm just looking for us to be competitive so in this pre-season. Right, so finally we have some scout reports. There's plenty other goalkeepers that we're scouting, but I feel like now's probably the time to make a move as the window is getting on. Plenty of good people here, as you can see, a range of overalls, but all sort of towards the low end of the 60s. Michael Cooper there, 70 rated as well, from Plymouth. 22 years old. So he is definitely one for the future. He's certainly someone that we could, we could bring in and he could be with us a long time. He could grow quite well. I know sort of a wonder kid of years gone by on FM. Cost a lot of money though. 2.7. I think our budget is 4 million. There might be other areas I'm looking to do business. I'm not really too sure. Potentially central midfield. I know I said we're strong there, but we have got Kiprianu, who's a little bit lower rated. So if we could just bring in someone else, really just sort of be a good backup, then I may look to do that. So going all out might not be the worst thing, but also we do need a youth scout. And good ones cost a lot of money. So, I don't know. Cooper, maybe, potentially not for me. Brad Collins is there. About $1 million we could get him for. We have used Brad Collins before, though. So, maybe steer clear of him for now. We've got a couple of freebies there as well. Riznik, Ukrainian, 23 years old, 68, not too bad. Marinovic from New Zealand, 67 as well. A little bit older, 30. Anthony Patterson from Sunderland, 68 rated, bit more expensive as well, young again. Johansson from Rotherham, 68, bit cheaper, not too bad. Neil Etheridge, now 69, dirt cheap, is 32 though, so, it'd be interesting to see whether he starts to decline or, can last. Obviously, goalkeepers last a lot longer than your sort of outfield players. Marco Morosi as well, again fairly cheap, 28 years old, 68 rated. I do like Marco Morosi, seen him play in real life, think he's a half decent keeper. If we have a look at the stats of some of these guys, again Etheridge, good strength, but there's no one really sort of particularly stands out. They're all like fairly average. I don't think for this level Marinovic's stats aren't too bad actually, but this level you're not going to get like a worldy. Cooper's again, he's got a decent stat in there. Collins. So, to be honest, the person that I'm thinking is Riznik, free agent, 68 rated, 6'1", decent height, decent weak foot, 23, has got the potential to grow. His physical stats are to be desired, but if you look at his keeping stats, kicking is decent, diving and reflexes are the same. So, it's a good starting point for this league. I think it's a good enough goalkeeper. He would certainly come in and be our starting first choice keeper. So, I think for a freebie, it just gives us a lot of options. And if you've watched my saves in the past, you know that I love a freebie. I think I'm just going to check, because I like to keep things sort of fairly realistic. So I'm just going to check how much do our top earners earn wage. Okay, Clark Harris, by far and away on his own at 9k, but even still, 9k is about 5, if I have to go over for someone, then so be it. Kwame Poku has finished his training. But yeah, so Riznik is who we're going to go for. 4, 2, 6, 7. Okay, no problem. So we'll invite him into the office then. There is my office. That's like the best trim I could get. My hair's not... It's certainly grown. Lucky's got a female agent. Nice one. And I haven't really got a fade, but the hair options were limited. So we're going to go... Oh, we're going important. He will be a first choice for us. Happy with that. He wants 4 years. We'll give him 4 years. He's going to be here for a while. No release clause. That coffee looks like it's been sat there a while. How much did he write? We'll go... I think the lowest it said we'll go is 4.2. So we'll see what he says to that. He's happy with that, right? Just over $4 a week. Dimitro Riznik is in. I can't say I've ever heard of Dimitro. We got an A for the I'm just googling him here. Dimitro Riznik. He's a skinny guy. Bloody hell. You are 23. You play for Vorskia Poltava. You play in the Ukrainian Premier League. I'm guessing you've played for Ukraine twice in real life as well. Fair play to you. I'm guessing you're a free agent because football in Ukraine has stopped. But there we go. So I think what we'll do is probably we'll send Cartwright back to Hull from his loan. And then if we just have a quick look at the squad. Hob, Bergstrom's in. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep Bergstrom. He's a permanent signing as well, even though in real life he's actually on loan. I'm actually going to keep Bergstrom. He could be our backup, see if we can't get him a little bit higher rated. His kit number has changed, which I'm not a fan of. He can go back to number 1. Riznik is not going to be number 10 for us. That was Mason Clark. He's now gone to number 15 for some reason. What is Riznik? We've already got a 13, who is going to be Cartwright, but actually we'll give Riznik the 15. So Cartwright, I'm afraid it's a terminate loan for you. Yeah, only costing us 10 grand. Has Mason Clark gone back? Just go back to number 10. Why are you stealing other people's numbers? Right, that's fine. Marriott is gone, and so is Corbett. So yeah, Bergstrom's in. Riznik is there as well, number 15. We'll give him a development plan. What can we work on? Maybe his handling. And yeah, that's going to take 15 weeks. Lovely old job. Right, first signing of the save, done. Freebie. We know we love a freebie. I'm going to go and put him in the starting lineup. I'll work out next where we need to strengthen. And then pretty soon we've got our final friendly of pre-season to come. Right, it is time for our final pre-season game, this time at the PSV Stadium, the Philips Stadion. Love it, love a Dutch accent. I realised I forgot to put Riznik in goal, so there we go. Swap him over for Bergstrom. Lovely old job. Right, let's see how the new man gets on in this final pre-season game. How are we looking? Some of the boys have already shown signs of improvement in their ratings, which is lovely to see. Yeah, we will quick send this. Hopefully we can pick up a good pre-season result, and we do. Garner at the double, Josh Knight on the score sheet as well. They grabbed 2, but it looks like we were always in control of this game. Maybe made it look a bit harder than it needed to be. I don't know if we win. I know it's a league format this year rather than knockout in terms of pre-season, but I don't know how we did. Oh, we didn't win it. There you go. We also had another offer for Garnett from Burnley, this time 7 million. I said before that I wanted 10. So, yeah, things as it stands. We are looking for another central midfielder. Be interesting to see who pops up, that's for sure. But now we move forward and looking forward to that Barnsley game. Of course it had to be Barnsley. Right, it is time. We are the day before the game. Let's head to the pre-match press conference. Of course, in another world, we were Barnsley's former manager, but this career with Peterborough starts, well, in a minute's time. What's the mood ahead of your first competitive game? Yeah, we'll try and improve every day. Why not? We're still looking to improve the squad. But yeah, we certainly fancy ourselves. Is the team good enough to win the league? I'm not going to say these boys are winners, We have to set our own standards. We have to be the best. As Ric Flair once said, to be the best, you got to beat the best. Well, he technically didn't say that. He said to be the man, you got to beat the man. And that's how we see this. Is Bergstrom on his way out? Up to my place to perform? No, we're going to keep him around. Yeah, he's lost his place. But compared to the rest of the squad, he was lacking. But we'll keep him around. He's a little project of ours. But yeah, we are at the day of the game. Right. We are ready to go. Final adjustments have been made. The season starts now. Oh, that Barnsley team's bringing back some memories. Although some of it looks quite different, actually. I was really intrigued. We'll just get into this. I was really intrigued about doing Barnsley. I highly doubt Peterborough looks quite this European. Loving the stadium though. Yeah, I was really considering doing Barnsley because it's League One, because a lot of the squad had changed. It would be a challenge, but I just thought we've kind of done 2 seasons with Barnsley, or 2 series with Barnsley now, where I haven't really got anywhere, and that's my own fault, admittedly. But I just thought a 3rd season would just be too much. Maybe we could go back to them at FIFA 24. Maybe we could do it on Twitch. You know, we'll have to wait and see. Really looking forward to seeing how that man gets on in today's game. But yeah, we have made all our adjustments. And we are ready. And, oh, seeing that Barnsley badge hurts. I've got my shirt hanging up in my wardrobe. Well, who knows? The journey we have with Peterborough, could we end up getting a Peterborough shirt? This is our lineup. As you might expect, one change. We've made Riznik in goal. Thompson now the new captain. Kent, Edwards and Burrows. Norburn is in for Josh Knight. Norburn has had a good pre-season. He's grown in rating. So I'm going to reward him with a start. Fuchs and Taylor in the middle. Ajiboye on the right. Garner up top. Poku out on the left. Interested to see, as we said just a moment ago, how Joseph Garner gets on in his first game, as with Riznik as well. But this is the Barnsley lineup. Jack Walton in goal, Williams, McCarthy, Edwards, Anderson and Cadden at the back, Benson, Kane and Phillips in midfield, Norwood and Devante Cole up front. Some players that we are very much used to seeing. Mads Anderson, of course, is there. Josh Benson last year, Devante Cole we had last year. A lot of Jordan Williams as well. A lot of these faces new though, so interesting to see how we get on. I'm really looking forward to this. Hopefully there's not too much of a golf. I know, of course, I'm starting this this career mode on world class. Hopefully there's not too much of a golf in quality. Otherwise that was a little bit easy. Yeah, otherwise we're going to have to be moving this up quickly, which isn't a problem. But yeah, like I said, I just haven't really have a shot from the edge. I really haven't played a lot of FIFA 23 comparatively to FIFA 22 and FIFA 21. Largely just down to time, admittedly, but also, you know, I'm just not enjoying this game as much as I have previous iterations. Ajiboye is in. Ajiboye scores our first goal of this series, 8 minutes in, and David Ajiboye, a man who at the very start of this series might not have had a place in this squad, but I've included him and I'm kind of glad I have. His pace, well, we've got pace all over the front three. Poku's quick, Ajiboye's quick, Garner's no slouch either. And that, I saw someone, I think it was Fuchs bursting through from midfield as well, exactly what we wanted from him, that box-to-box role. But we have breached this 5-man Barnsley defence very early doors in this new season, and it hurts me to say it. But we are 1-0 to the good. Barnsley, you'd feel, probably, we've done well to get in there. One of the favourites to go back up, you would have to say Ajiboye's going to cut inside Mads Anderson here. And he's got the big Dane. Ajiboye is in again. Oh, and he just got it caught under his feet. And by the time he was able to get the shot away, he's dragged it well wide of the far post. Yeah, of course, Barnsley, one of the teams that came down from the Championship, as did Posh. Yeah, Posh did. And Derby. Although Posh, kind of unfortunate too, really. That's why one of the teams we picked, one of the favourites, Ajiboye is getting so much joy down this side. Can we cut back maybe? Have a look. Someone's made a burst through. Fuchs. It's Garner. It's Ollie Norburn with a strike. Oh, it's not too far away though. Move it into midfield. Benson. Can Barnsley fashion their first chance? They're moving towards goal. Oh, and that was very risky. I'm not too sure what happened there. I'm not going to lie. Went for the interception and it worked. But then the defender just played it sort of straight into the path of the onrushing attacker. And Riznik, I kind of would have liked him to have claimed. That's a good ball, actually. And Ken does really well. Little ball. Ah. Garner. Oh, that's a finish. It's not what I had in mind. But Joseph Garner, the 17-year-old, he's started his season to perfection. I wanted a little dink first time over the defender for him to run onto. He kind of got the dink, not when I wanted it or where I wanted it. But Garner's finished with an absolute plum. And, yeah, it's 2-0 and we seem to be in cruise control early doors in this episode as Riznik comes out well to claim. Good authoritative play from the two bits we've seen of him so far in this game. And that's Port from Poku. They've got a man over, but Edwards does well. Oh, he loses out. We have a man down. Cole. Thompson is there on the recovery to cut out the loose pass. And Fuchs. Out wide to Ajiboye, causing all sorts of problems. Holding onto the ball well. And releasing. Oh, Thompson has done superbly well there. And we could be in again here. Thompson to Garner. Oh, it's a block. The defenders read it superbly. Should have gone for the near post, really. Oh, I forgot about this new corner mechanic. Poku. Oh, it's not really. Oh, it's got a flick on from a Barnsley player. And Garner's going to go out and meet it. Keep it in. He's done really well there. Joseph Garner. And there's a ball over here. Oh, it's superb. Ajiboye. And we've played round the keeper. And Poku. I'm not too sure. He's absolutely lashed that one in. And just before the 40-minute mark, we make it 3. Yeah. Part of me thinks we're probably going to have to move this up to Legendary. I wasn't 100% sure, admittedly. But we will move this up to Legendary. Just the space we're getting is absolutely criminal, especially against a 5-man defence. Maybe we should have done Barnsley in this series because they desperately need saving by the looks of things. Have they still got Leia Aseka? Oh, what a man he was. I'm not too sure, to be perfectly honest. They're in the box here. They've got past Edwards. Cole, it's a great reaction save from Riznik. We couldn't get near him, admittedly. And Ajiboye again is going to be the man to get forward. Finds Garner. And there's a ball in here. Poku. Oh, I wanted Taylor to keep running. He hasn't done. And unfortunately, the ball is taken. But that is going to be half time. If you're a Peterborough United fan, let me know about some of the lingo, some players that I should know about. You know, just let me know about your club, because obviously for those maybe who don't know, who are new to the channel or the series, I am a Reading fan. So I only really know of Posh when we've played against them. I'm gonna go for one here. Jack Taylor. Oh, it's not far away, you know. Yeah, I only really know of Peterborough when playing against them. So we've played them a few times over the years. But yeah, so I'm not too familiar with them. So yeah, by all means, let me know about the club. I know they've got that the mad chairman. He's quite entertaining, isn't he? Darren McAntony, I think. But yeah, he's a funny guy. Kent's done really well there, actually. Bring it out of defence. And now Ajiboye. For a man who potentially didn't have a place in this team, Ajiboye has certainly done well. Fuchs is in here. And Fuchs makes it 4. Really good play from Garner. Held up. Just waited for Fuchs to get back on side before slotting him in. I like Garner. He's not just been a typical getting behind striker. He's got a bit of pace, but he's really comfortable with the ball into feet, holding up play and picking his pass. His passing doesn't seem to be too bad either, which, if you know from last year and you watched, having a striker that can pass for me was absolutely must, because although obviously, of course, a striker's primary you know, I was going to say primary function then, but I guess it is their primary function. That's a bit of a throw. Oh, I was trying to find Burrows actually here on this left-hand side. Oh, he's in behind here. And Kent's done really well. Yeah, of course, strikers, you know, main use is to score goals, but actually to be able to have one that can pass as well and set up chances. The amount of times where a striker would have the ball last year, and then Riznik's been beaten at his near post balls. Yeah, the amount of times that a striker could have played in a final pass and the final pass was just crap was really frustrating. I'm going to make a change just to bring on some fresh legs, really. Poku's kind of tired, so we'll bring on Randall, see what Randall's got. Get this one over to this left-hand side. Harrison Burrows. That's a lovely headed ball, and it's really well worked. And now Randall can find Johnson Clark Harris. Oh, he's put it over. Maybe he should have played in Fuchs, who was there for the sweat. But I was confident in Clark Harris's ability there. And actually, he's put it over. But it was a little bit far out, a little bit against the angle. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Really well worked again, though. Oh, honest determination there. Johnson Clark Harris is superb. Oh, it's a lovely ball down this left-hand side. It's an early ball in, but it's going to be straight to Riznik. I'll get this straight out. Like that he's got a very long direct throw. Ajiboye out wide to Randall. Does well to win it. Now Taylor. Oh, doesn't quite get the tackle in. But Norburn does. Wins the possession back well. Randall. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted. But Fuchs is on the move. And Fuchs is there. Leandro Fuchs. And he's found the back of the net. He's grabbed his second of the day. I was seriously thinking about sweating that over to Jack Taylor, but he got away from his man well, Fuchs, and was confident he would arrow it into the corner. And so he is obliged. 5-1 it is. I think I'm going to make a couple more changes. Final two changes, Kellen Watts and Ben Thompson have come on for Edwards and Jack Taylor, respectively. Oh, a good challenge there from Norburn. But this game looks like it's going to, well, hopefully be done and dusted. Unless there's any late goals. Oh, Fuchs has been sold there. Can we hopefully only concede the one? Watts has done well to shut that down. Can we maybe find and break and get another? Clark Harris tries to get a ball over the top. Randall. Oh, it's a good challenge there from Jordan Williams. And that should be the game, I think. Although we've skipped past a man. It's Tedic. We've got a man over here. Oh, and Burrows does really well to keep his concentration going. And that is game. 5-1 it finishes to Peterborough United against our old side Barnsley. But very good performances all round. 2 goals, was it, for Ajiboye? No, it wasn't. 2 goals for Fuchs. And then 1 each for our front line. So really good performance from all players involved. Dominated the game. I think it's fair to say we should probably move the difficulty up. But that is our first game of the season done and dusted. Tomlinson has converted to a left back as opposed to a left wing back. And we will... What will we get in training? His physicals could do some work. So we'll get defensive wide back on the go. Lovely old job. So... we start the season with an absolute flourish. Bergstrom, I need to let you know I'm reseeding. Yeah, you'll get a chance. Don't worry, sir. Don't you worry. But yes, standings. We sit top on goal difference. Of course, 1 game into the season is hardly something to shout about. But if we have a look at the calendar, then this is what we have to come. It's so busy in these lower leagues. But to start with, I think we'll do what we normally do. We'll kind of play through most of this season and see how things go. Cover most games. So we'll start in the month of August next time out. We've got Accrington away and then Cambridge in the Cup. I don't know whether that's Carabao Cup. I don't know whether the Johnston's Paint Trophy is in this or not. There's a couple of cup games we've got, so maybe it is. Yeah, so we've got Accrington in the league to start with away from home, then Cambridge in the cup, and then Exeter at home in the league to finish off. But guys, that is it for this opening episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel. I hope you're looking forward to this journey. I certainly am. And I will see you in the next one.